Find your feet. And then find your lungs, inhaling. Oh, I got to center on that graphic or my OCD is going to go crazy on me. There I am. You feel better now that that's going right up my spine?
Yes.
Here you go. Find your feet. Slow inhalation into full extension. Exhaling into heart mudra. Lift your elbows, inhaling. And equally slowly exhale your hands down. Imagine you're actually taking energy in, prana in, centering at your heart, filling your lungs to their fullest capacity, and equally slowly exhaling. Inhaling. Centering. I finally just got here. Oh, who is that masked man? That's all I'm taking off, though. Inhaling, centering, super deep breath in. We're going to do a variation of Ishvarasana, which I've been doing, the star pose, but not with spread legs. Find your legs by rocking toe to heel, soften through your knees and your hips, and then open to your widest open position. Find the tendons between your thumbs and your fingers. Stretch your thumbs and fingers as wide as they'll go. And start to tune into that juncture, right where your upper back meets your lower neck. Free your upper back by stretching your fingers, as crazy as that sounds. Stretch your fingers a little more, and even a little more. And then relax your hands down by your side. Making two really strong fists. Feel your forearm strength. Squeeze your shoulders up to your ears. And touch your elbows behind your back. You lift the rib cage. Keeping your rib cage super lifted, relax your hands down and feel how good it feels to stand and breathe. Yawning in through your nose. Sighing out through your nose. Inhale up into a full extension and come into Utkatanasana. Come into the squat. Keep the squat vertical rather than leaning forward. So you feel your leg strength, your back is soft. Now pushing back through your tailbone. Lift your hands up and then relax onto your thighs. Head drops. Heavy head. Find your lower back by spreading your toes and rocking toe to heel. Find your upper back by shaking your head no, shaking your head yes, shaking your head maybe, then actively pressing into your feet. Inhale as you come up, and center, exhaling into the heart mudra. Elbows lifting, take a super deep breath in. And equally slowly, your hands exhale down. Just your right hand to the ceiling. Imagine you're holding onto a rope and hang from that rope. Find your leg strength so your back is soft. Leaning to the left, stretch from your right hip to your right middle finger. Strong legs, soft back. Take it 3 more inches and exhale that right hand down. Both hands, inhaling up. Center in the heart mudra. And be greedy. Take in as much air as you can. And equally slowly, the hands flow down. Tai Chi-like. Left hand up. Grab onto that rope above your head and hang off of it as you come into a squat. Extending through your fingertips, you stretch your left side. Strong legs, soft back. And the left hand exhales down. Both hands inhaling up. Check it out. When you hit the heart mudra, feel that calm, centered feeling that's starting to arrive and identify with it. Interlacing your fingers, press your hands away from you, thumb tips stay in contact, press up to the ceiling and come into the squat. Take it up into a little bit of a back bend. And then relax onto your thighs, belly onto your thighs, chest onto your knees. Allow your head to drop. Again, rocking toe to heel, release through your lower back. And shaking your head no, release through your upper back. Actively pressing into your feet, inhale up into extended mountain. And center in the heart mudra. Forcefully take a lot of air in, inhaling. And the hands exhale down. One more time, up into extended mountain and into the squat. Lifting just your left heel, turn to the wall behind you. The computer's doing something, Michelle. Pressing into your right foot, stretch through the front of your right hip. Maybe somebody's coming in. Somebody's trying to sell us popsicles. Back into a squat. This time lifting your right heel, twist all the way to the wall behind you. This is to find the front of your left hip. And release back to the center. Now we'll take Ishvarasana classically. Take the widest stance you can take and turn your feet as pigeon-toed as they'll go. Tightening through your thighs and lifting through your pelvic floor. Find your leg strength. If you tighten through your glutes and lift your pelvic floor, you might feel a release through your lower back. You keep your legs very active as you add your arms, palms up, feeling from middle finger to middle finger, inhabiting every single part of your body. Scanning your body for any feelings of tension or asymmetry, and changing that simply by thinking about it, simply by being aware of it. Reach your hands a little wider. One more time, scan your whole body. Is there any place that you're holding tension? And relax your hands and your hips. Turn both feet to the left, face left. If you want to be formal, you're going to line up your left heel with the instep of your back foot at a right. So your feet are at a T angle to each other. Lift your chest high as you face the wall and take a forward bend, pulling back through your left hip. It's your left hamstring that you're after, not your back. Find your left leg, take it down little by little. For those who are a little more flexible, you drop your hands to the floor, but don't bend your knee to get lower in this pose. Keep that front leg straight. It's the leg, not your back, that you're after. Then rest your right knee down to the floor and come up into the drop-kneed warrior. Palms together, thumbs crossed. You take it up into a little bit of a back bend. If you lift your pelvic floor here, you're going to get a little more access to the front of your right hip. And walk your hands to the front center, feet parallel. With heavy elbows and heavy head, come into Parsvatasana. Head dropping, elbows dropping. If you want to take this pose actively, Parsvatasana, place your hands palms down, fingers forward, and the hands press forward as you lift through your groin and tailbone. Then inhale your hands up to the ceiling and center in the heart mudra. Reset your legs, turn your feet pigeon-toed, hands resting on your hips, find your leg strength. Tightening through your thighs, lifting your pelvic floor. We go back into Ishvarasana, the pose of symmetry. Practicing the Ujjayi breath, yawning in through your nose, Sighing out through your nose. Reach a little wider. Then we take Parsvatasana in the opposite direction. Both feet turn to the right this time. Again, the heel of your right foot is lined up with the arch of your back foot, your left foot. Lift your chest high. Pull back through your right hip joint as you stretch your right hamstring in the forward bend. Again, if you're a little more flexible, you drop your hands to the floor. Pull back a little more through your right hip joint, and then down into drop knee to warrior. Left knee touches down, palms together, thumbs crossed. Take it up into a little bit of a back bend. And then just sit down. Sitting with both feet flat. Interlace your fingers at your ankles. You want to scoot a little bit to the front of your mat for this and rock and roll. Massage your spine. With your feet and resting flat on the floor, knees bent, open your arms at a right angle to your body and take the Feldenkrais rock. Rock your hips and knees in a big loose arc side to side in the way that feels best to your lower back. And coming to the center, wag your tail like a happy dog, loosening the tissue around your sacrum. We take our upper backs through their range of motion, interlacing your fingers behind your head. Let your elbows rest on the floor. Lift from the center of your breastbone. Lift up into a sit-up, working the abs, not the neck. You take your upper back side to side through its biggest range. Remaining lifted, touch your right elbow to your left knee and hold it there, and lift your right leg off the ground, extending right through the big toe. You take the other side. And then both elbows to both knees. Abs working, arms and neck relaxing. We counter in the first position of fish pose, rocking your arms under your body, palms down, hands touching. Slide your legs out straight and touch your feet together. Flex your ankles. Pull your feet towards your shins as you press your calves into the ground. And then isolate your chest muscles. Elbows and forearms pressing down, chest pressing up. First position of fish. If you're flexible enough to take the full fish pose, don't just slide your head in. Come up on your elbows. Push into your elbows and come up and literally look at your big toes. You press your chest up to the ceiling and lightly lower your head to the floor. Find your chest. And then taking your hands out from under you, interlace your fingers behind your head, look around a little bit, release your neck, and come into Shavasana. We'll take the first observation point. With your hands resting down by your side. If this was all the yoga you did today, you already feel pretty balanced. Take that in. Feel that open, relaxed feeling coming in. Then we'll warm up the lower back and the hips with some spinal twists. Walk your feet into your hips and open your arms at a right angle. Crossing your right leg onto the top of your left leg, knees resting together. Swing your butt a few inches to the right, bringing your left buttocks into the center line. And drop your knees over to the floor on the left. I always like to move around in this pose when I get here till there's no pinching and I'm actually comfortable. So you can allow your body to become very passive, very relaxed, as you cause your breath to become very active. Yawning in through your nose, you fill your right side with air. Sighing out through your nose, empty your right side. On your next inhalation, take an especially deep breath in, and when your lungs are completely filled, hold your breath. Feel the pressure of your held breath equalizing through your right side. Then let all that pressure go. Side two, swing your hips to the center, left knee on top. Hips swing to the left, knees drop to the right. Parsvatasana. Awareness now in your left side, filling your left side with air as you inhale. Releasing tension from your left side as you exhale. Take in a particularly deep breath, fill your left lungs to their fullest capacity, and then hold the breath. Again, awareness of pressure in your left side. Then let all that pressure out. Uncrossing your legs, again, take the Feldenkrais rock. Rock your knees and hips in a big loose arc, side to side. Interlacing your fingers behind your head. Lift your head high and take your upper back even bigger than you went the first time. There's range of motion. Crossing over, your right elbow to your left knee, lift the right leg. Direct all pressure into your abdominal muscles and away from your neck and back. Same thing, other side. Same thing, both sides. And again, we counter in fish pose, rocking your arms under your body, palms down. Legs straight, feet touching, find your calves. Press your calves into the ground as you lift your heels off the ground. Then isolate your chest muscles, pressing your chest up. If you're going to take the full fish pose, come up on your elbows and look at your big toes. Pressing your chest up, lightly lower your head to the ground. Only if your neck is really strong, you take your hands out from under your body and bring your hands to your heart, pressing the heels of your hands together strongly. Full fish pose. You come out of the pose by grabbing the side of your thighs with your hands and pressing into your elbows. Look at your big toes. And again, take your neck to its range of motion by holding on to your head and looking around the room. And we come back into Shavasana, hands down by the hips, simply observing that relaxed feeling coming into your body, that nice yoga feeling. And then we take the twist up into our mid-backs. Hugging your knees into your chest, fingers interlaced at your ankles. Lengthen your neck by lifting your head off the floor and placing your head back onto the floor. Then it's arm strength. It's not lazy in any way. Really pull your thigh bones into your ribs. Feeling for that mid-back release right around the kidneys. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '. '.
Surprise yourself on your next exhalation. Bend your ribs a little more, pull your knees in a little closer. If your arms aren't getting tired, you're not really doing this. Really work your arms. Keeping your knees right where they are. Open your arms at a right angle to your body, palms pressing down into the floor. Pressing your palms actively into the floor. Drop your knees over to your left elbow. Turn your hands palms up and slightly turn your head to the right. Find that twist in your mid-back and move it with your breath, yawning in through your nose and sighing out through your nose. Take an especially deep breath in. And when your breath is completely filled, hold it for a little bit. And let that pressure out of your mid-back. Turning your hands, palms down. Actively press your palms into the floor. And switch sides. Knees over to your right elbow. Hands turn palms up. You turn your head to the left. Move your mid-back with your breath, yawning in through your nose. Take an especially deep breath in, fill your lungs to their fullest capacity, and hold that breath for a little bit. And let it go. Sliding out into Shavasana. Bring your hands down by your side and fiercely, with everything you've got, tighten every muscle in your body, both fists, both feet, buttocks, head pressing into the floor. Tighten everything a little tighter, and then completely relax. See it, feel it, energy streaming from your heart to your fingertips. See it, feel it, energy streaming from your navel to the soles of your feet and your toes. See it, feel it, energy streaming from the bottom tip of your tailbone up into your brain and the crown of your head. See it, feel it, energy, prana glowing in every cell of your body. Then we'll come up on all fours and practice the cat-cow stretch. So roll onto your side. Come on up to sitting. Up to. There we go. Okay, on all fours. Let's be a little formal today. Hands, heels of the hands directly under your shoulder joints, fingers spread as much as possible. Start with the pelvic lock, the pelvic bandha. Squeeze the muscles of your pelvic floor, Kegel style, up into your body and strongly hold them there. It's Uddiyana bandha, or no, Muladhara bandha, then Uddiyana bandha, the navel bandha. Squeeze your navel and abdominal muscles against your spine and strongly hold them there. On the downward movement, you practice the bandhas, touching your chin to your chest, squeeze your abs, squeeze your pelvic floor, stretch your spine, and then completely relax everything. Press your navel towards the floor as you lift your tailbone and head up. Cow stretch, touch your head to your tailbone. On the exhalation, Kegel movement. Muladhara Bandha, squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your abdominal muscles, stretch your spine and shoulders. On the inhalation, do the opposite. Relax, navel presses down, head and tailbone lift up, look up. Set up your own rhythm, working on the downward movement, the cat stretch, relaxing on the upward movement. Imagine your internal organs are like sponges that you're squeezing out in a dishpan. You squeeze your internal organs. And then as you take the cow stretch, new lymph and blood flows into those organs. Come to a neutral position. Back into the table pose. Lifting your left leg off the ground, pointing through your toe. You lift your opposite arm, your right arm, stretching in a long, long line. Take the other side, left arm and right leg. Then come back into child's pose with your hands back by your feet, forehead resting on the ground. Literally moving your lower back with your breath. Yawning in through your nose, sighing out through your nose. Sliding your hands above your head. Come up on your thumb and fingertips and walk your thumb and fingertips as far away from you as you can. Press your thumb and fingertips into the ground with the intention of working your shoulder joints. Use the pressure in your hands to equalize the pressure in your shoulders. Then relax your hands and swing up on all fours. Keep moving. Look up at the ceiling. Drop your pubic bone as you lower down. Pubic bone, navel, upper abdomen, and forehead. Touch your big toes together and anchor your legs by tightening your glutes and pushing your pubic bone into the floor. Keep that anchor as you let your head float up. The arms stay relaxed as you lift your head higher and higher. You feel the lower back working. You look as far to the left as you can and take a full breath there. Look as far to the right as you can and take a full breath there. Relaxing your forehead back to the ground. Re-anchor your hips. Tighten your buttocks and push your pubic bone into the ground. And this time, lift your head even higher. Formally into cobra pose. Your feet are touching, the ankles are pointed. Lift from the center of your chest as your elbows hug into your body. Come up into cobra. Look up. And get taller as you lengthen out a vertebra at a time. Your feet separate, hip distance, your toes turn under. Push up into chaturanga, up into plank pose. And then walk your hands back an inch or two into down dog. First down dog of the day, let's warm up a little bit. Press your left heel to the mat. Stretching from your left heel to your left hip. Then press your right heel to the mat. Find all 10 toes. Lift your heels as high as they'll lift and rock your feet forward and backward, working the joints of your toes. Keeping your feet right where they are. Walk your hands right back to your feet. Inhale up into extended mountain.
and center in the heart mudra. Okay, now we're ready to start class. Walk forward to the front of your mat. We're going to take a sun salutation and work our way back to the floor. Start with your feet, your padas. Rocking toe to heel, spread your toes as much as possible. Hands, feet like hands, then hands like hands. Inhale up into the extension. Flow, swan dive, exhaling into Uttanasana, forward bend. Fingertips to the floor, if you're flexible enough, palms to the floor. Coming up on your fingertips, lift your right foot to the ceiling and step back into the lunge. Dropping your right heel, press into your left foot as you come up into Warriors One. Equal weight on both feet. Open your right arm behind you, Warriors Two. Touching your right knee behind you, find your right groin, stretch in the reverse warrior. And then back down into the lunge. Step back into plank pose and take a few little push-ups. Dropping your knees to the floor, feet point out straight, back into child's pose. And this time we'll come into Cobra through the bottom, sliding your chest right through your hands, come up into Cobra. And counter in down dog. Pressing your left heel to the ground, lift your right foot to the ceiling and step it all the way through to your right hand. Virabhadrasana 1. Warriors One. Virabhadrasana 2. Touching your left knee, stretch your left groin. You want your hands to come all the way to the floor as you step into the forward bend. So you get the exercise. Step forward, up into extended mountain, and back to home base, heart mudra. In the heart mudra, hang here for a breath or two. And transfer all your weight onto your left foot for a few full breaths, feeling your left side. Then transfer all your weight onto your right foot. Equalizing your weight on both feet, rocking toe to heel. Feel how nice you feel. Let that in. We'll prepare for side 2 with an inhalation. You start lifting your elbows as high as the lift, inhaling, inhaling, inhaling. Equally slowly, your hands flow down. You go up for the dive, inhaling. Swan diving into forward bend, Uttanasana. Left foot lifts and steps. Let's flow a little faster this time, Warriors 1. Warriors 2. Reverse warrior. And lunge. Plank pose. Child's pose. Work your shoulders as you slide your chest up into Cobra. And counter in down dog. Left foot lifts and steps through. Warriors 1. Warriors 2. Reverse warrior. Into the forward bend.
Extended mountain.
And back to home base, heart mudra. Work our way to the floor. Super deep breath in, elbows lifting, hands exhale down. You go up for the dive, inhaling. And swan dive into the forward bend. Jump or walk your feet into plank pose and Vahistasana. Pivot your heels onto the floor to the right and lift your left hand to the ceiling. You can take this with stacked feet or you can drop your right knee to the floor. You take that side balance to the other side. Coming onto your back, fiercely, quickly, tighten every muscle in your body. Don't be lazy here. The payoff is big if you fatigue your muscles. Really tighten your fists and your feet. Tighten through your thighs and your butt. Tighten your abs and your chest. Press your head into the ground. Tighten your facial muscles. And then completely quit. Okay, a reasonable, rational person would go right into Shavasana here, but I'm neither reasonable nor rational. It's because we didn't get our necks. Let's take our necks through our range of motion and then we'll finish up in Shavasana. I'm going to get a bolster to sit on and I'll be back in 5, 4, 3, 2. There's no bolsters in here. Michelle is running like a protester into the Capitol House. Thank you, Owen. Okay. The reason when you're sitting, you want your butt up on something is it relieves pressure off of the lower back, tilts the hips forward, moves the abdomen forward, creates a natural lumbar curve. Start with the Ujjayi breath. Tip of your tongue. Thank you, Michelle. Resting lightly on the roof of your mouth. Yawn in through your nose, filling abdomen to upper lungs. Sigh out through your nose, emptying upper lungs to abdomen. Lift your chest super high and exhale your chin to your chest. Swinging to the right, circle up on the inhalation, hit top center, and exhale your left ear to your left shoulder and your chin to your chest. 2 more times, inhaling on the way up. Exhaling on the way over and down. From your tailbone to your middle fingers, inhale your hands up to the ceiling and center in the heart mudra. Fingers interlace, they press away from you and press up. Find your rib cage, take a little bit of a back bend. Pull your fingers apart, press your hands up. Then we take head rolls in the opposite direction. Super deep breath in. Exhaling, chin to chest. Swinging to the left, circle up, inhaling. And over and down, exhaling. Circle 2. And circle 3. Reaching out and up. Anjamudra, heart mudra. Other index finger on top, probably the left, to press away and up. And then get in a comfortable position. I'm going to finish sitting today. There's a different quality that happens between lying visualizations and meditations and sitting visualizations or meditations. Sitting tends to be more clarifying for the mind, lying more relaxing for the body, depending on what your body needs at this point. If you want to lie down, get comfortable, put a blanket on you, get warm. Sitting has a little different effect. In either case, start with the Ujjayi breath. Listening to your breath come in and listening to your own breath go out without imposing any rhythm on it. Formally, the Ujjayi breath, the tip of the tongue is resting on the roof of your mouth and right behind your upper teeth. That tongue position will relax your jaw and your lips and slightly dilate your nostrils. The feeling in the lower body is that as you yawn in through your nose, you're filling abdomen to upper lungs, listening to the breath just above the soft palate of your mouth and right between your ears. Sighing out through your nose sounds like the surf washing out. As you continue that easy breathing pattern, focus 100% of your awareness in the center of your chest and your heart chakra. Repeating to yourself, my heart beats slowly and calmly. My breathing is free and easy. My heart beats slowly and calmly. My breathing is free and easy. You start to feel that open, peaceful feeling in your chest and your upper back. Know that that relaxed feeling will continue to deepen as you easily shift your awareness out to your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, hands, and fingertips. Allowing your arms to relax right where they are. Repeat to yourself, my arms and hands feel heavy and relaxed. I allow my arms, hands, and fingers to just relax. Feeling that relaxation moving into your arms, clear to your fingertips. Know that that feeling will continue to deepen as you easily shift your awareness into your navel and your abdomen. Observing your abdomen effortlessly inflating with every inhalation and effortlessly deflating with every exhalation. Repeat to yourself silently, my abdomen feels loose and warm. My lower back is relaxing. Take a moment to acknowledge that relaxation, even if it's only 1%. Let it in. Then feeling your body from the waist down, your thighs, calves, and feet are heavy and sinking down. As you repeat to yourself, my legs and feet feel heavy and relaxed. I allow my legs and feet to just relax. My legs and my feet feel heavy and relaxed. Feel your spine, feel your tailbone sinking down and your chest and head floating up. As you visualize your spine and your brain internally, repeat to yourself, my spine and neck feel long and aligned. My back and neck are relaxing. My spine feels long and aligned. My back and my neck are relaxing. And finally, moving your awareness to the center of your brain, to your third eye. Visualize a bright, beautiful golden white light shining right in the center of your brain, illuminating the inside of your brain and your skull. And with the diffuse awareness of your whole body, every cell, feel how good it feels to either sit or lie, and just observe that prana, that golden energy circulating through every cell of your body. In this relaxed state, you can send healing energy to any part of your body that may need it. Feeling very refreshed, very relaxed. You can continue relaxing here, or you can bring this relaxed energy back to a normal waking state. Thanks for coming on what I now know is a Wednesday. Really appreciate you being here. Namaste, great to see you.